this video, we're going to build a typical 360-month fixed-rate mortgage amortization table to calculate loan payment, and then also use a spinner to increment a month and a vertical lookup function then to find out the loan balance at a particular month and the amount of principal and interest paid during a particular month. Let's begin by calculating the payment on our loan and building our amortization table. So use Excel's payment function equals PMT, and of course the rate, 6%. That's an annual rate, so we want to divide by 12. The next field is the number of periods. We're already given the periods in months, so we don't need to convert that. And then the loan amount, I'm going to enter the $200,000 as a negative amount, so I get a positive value for my payment. The payment on this loan is going to be $1,199. So I want to link to that in my amortization table, anchor it with dollar signs, and we're done. My beginning loan balance was $200,000. Okay. Interest on that $200,000 in the first month will be, of course, the $200,000 balance times our 6% interest rate. That's an annual rate, and this is in the first month. So again, I need to divide by 12. And again, I'm going to want to make sure I anchor that cell reference to the interest rate. The difference between my payment of $1,199 and the interest goes towards the principal, and my loan balance will be the $200,000 minus the change in principal. Once I've done that, I can copy that all the way down my entire table. Next thing I'm going to do, I want to insert a spinner to find out information for a particular month, say month 12. How do I do that? I go up to this top ribbon to the Developer tab, and I go to Insert, and I'm going to insert a spinner. That's this fourth control over here. And I click on my worksheet. I can resize that by grabbing it. I can click on the middle and move it wherever I want. But the most important thing I need to do is I need to link it to a cell. So I right-click on that spinner, come down to Format Control. I have a current value right now, not important, but I'm going to just put in 12 because that's where it's starting off. I'm going to increment it by 1. I want my maximum value to be 360. And of course, I wouldn't go below 0. And I want to link to, and this is the key, cell C9, because that's where the month of interest is. Now, as I change this, the month will go up or the month will go down. Next step, let's use our vertical lookup function to find out what our loan balance was, the beginning and end of month 10, and the amount of interest as well as principal. I'm going to use Excel's vertical lookup function equals V look up, parenthesis, and it tells me my fields. I'm going to go ahead and hit the FX up here to pop up the box so you can see it a little bit better. I want to look up what value. I want to look up month 10. Where do I want to look it up? I want to look it up in this table array right here. This is my amortization table, the whole kit and caboodle. You want to highlight all 360 rows. And what column do I want to come over to in my table? Well, that's going to depend on what month I'm looking at. Or rather, what item I'm looking at. I'm looking at the balance at the end of the month, and that's in column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the fifth column. So I'm going to put a number 5 right there. And notice it came over, and let me reformat that to just make it a little bit better. So number 2 decimal points. Okay. So there's my loan balance in month 10. And this was the ending loan balance, $197,963. And actually, let's make that the comma format. All right. Start of the month. Now, the start of the month's a little different. The end of month was in month 10, but the start of the month was actually in what? Month number 9. So let's use our vertical lookup function again, equals V, look up. What value do I want to look up? I want to look up 10 minus 1 because I want the 9th month. Where do I want to look it up? Again, that same big table array. Where do I want to go? Again, I want to go to the 5th column. And that should give me, again, my values at the beginning of the year. Interest paid during the month, Vlookup again, equals Vlookup. What do I want to look up? Month number 10. Where do I want to look it up? The table array, that was my entire amortization table. And in this case, I wanted the amount of interest, which if you recall from our table here is in column 1, 2, 3. So I want to go over to the 3rd column. And there's the interest for the 3rd month, or the 10th month. And I would repeat that and use the 4th column to get the amount of principal paid.